Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 25 My Team Career Mode. We are at the race with the longest name on the calendar, but we're just going to call it the Imola Grand Prix, Round 7, so we're already a quarter of the way, pretty much, through the season with this race, and while I feel like there are steps forward we've made, I still feel like there's a long way to go for us just yet. But positive steps have been made. We've got a couple of new upgrades on the car for this weekend. I have prioritised the driver that I am driving as this weekend, Maloney. So I'm hoping that can bring me a bit more,
and we've been pushed down
some positive results and a bit more success here in Imola. Maloney still yet to get off the mark, still on 0 points, and taking that line round there and almost rejoining into our teammate. That's not going to help things. However, we did retry doing the lap again, and so far it's looking alright. It's not looking anything spectacular, and I do feel like there is time that we've left on the table. But given that we've already had mistakes made in this session, time is running out. So we've really got to find something now. We've stuck on a fresh set of tyres, but we're just not improving. So we're going to back out of this lap and just go again, because that improvement is going to do nothing. So we're going to go again. This time we're up by 3/10, but we have Lance Stroll now in the way. That's not helping anything. And nearly colliding with Stroll as we head towards the final couple of corners, and we're just carrying a bit too much speed there, and we've gone off the circuit, and that just kills the improvement. So really struggling to find improvement on a lap that was just mid as anything. And yeah, we are not only out, we are well and truly out. That was a very disappointing session for us, and we are taking up residence on the back row while Tim Tramnitz got 11th.
This race has gone by several former names: the Italian Grand Prix, the San Marino Grand Prix, and now the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's race day. We're at Imola. Welcome. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri and Tsunoda, Russell, Sainz, Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon, Albon, Lawson, Gabriel Bortoleto and Tramnitz, Hulkenberg, Doohan, Pierre Gasly and Isaac Hadjar, Stroll, Behrman, Maloney and Andrea Kimi Antonelli rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Starting from a position where we've got absolutely nothing to lose, so I'm going all out in this race and hoping for the best. We are underway here in Imola, and it's an okay start. I'm going to try and find some space on the left. Stroll now occupying that space. Hadjar is right there, so there's nowhere for me to go really. But I'm spotting a space up the inside, and we're going to go full send into turn 1. And while that worked initially, Gasly has got past. Tramnitz is alongside. We're side by side with our teammate, heading towards the second chicane. And then we banged wheels, and Tramnitz is forcing his way through there. And Tramnitz in P17, but we've got a better exit out of the hairpin, and we're still side by side with our teammate. But I'm forcing the issue here, going down the inside and up into P17 we go for Zayn Maloney, and now it's a case of catching Pierre Gasly, and we're staying with Pierre Gasly now, and I believe that we can have a look at Pierre Gasly down the inside, taking as much of the curve as we can. Gasly recovering almost into our path, but we've got better momentum out of the corner, and that is P16, so we've gained 5 places in the opening lap. That is how you should do an opening lap in this Grand Prix if you're starting at the back. Gain as many positions as you can and push hard to try and gain more throughout the early stages of the race before settling down as we have a little look at Liam Lawson. Lawson cuts the chicane there, so you're going to have to give that up, Liam, I'm afraid. Up into P15 we go, and we're not going to get any DRS from Dewan in front, so we might be a little bit vulnerable to Liam Lawson as we come out of the final corner onto the straight. We may find ourselves vulnerable to the Racing Bulls car, and look how quickly he's catching us. We're not going to be able to fight this one off, are we? I'm moving to the inside to cover. Lawson's already got the line. He is through. There was no really fighting that one, so Lawson back into P15, but we're going to try and find a way to get back past Liam as we head round the second chicane. Lap 3 of 32, now it's lap 4. This time we've got the DRS, and this time we've got the advantage on the straight, and this time we're blasting past before the corner. Up, back again into P15, and now we need to see if we can latch on to this pack in front. We need to find a couple of tenths of a second to make that happen. Charles Leclerc leading the way in Imola, making the Tifosi happy, but Tifosi hearts are about to break because here comes Max Verstappen round the outside, and Verstappen taking the lead here in Imola. But Charles Leclerc, he wants to do it for the Tifosi. He wants to make the Tifosi happy. He's basically pushing Verstappen along down the straight, but unable to find a way through this time. However, next time round, here comes Leclerc all over the back of Verstappen, finding the inside line and finding a way to get ahead of the Dutchman and into the lead. Meanwhile, after that sequence of events, we are still in 15th, struggling behind Dewan, and hitting the curb like that and nearly losing the car. That won't do us any favours, but we found enough speed to catch up, so someone's backing this one up ahead of us as we head to the DRS zone. Surely this is going to be a look on Dewan and Bortoletto here as we head out of the final corner. We've got half of our battery to use, so let's drain it and see what we can make of this. Here comes Dewan on Bortoletto. Dewan is getting past, and I'm just wondering if Bortoletto does get compromised enough. Is there a way through? I was considering maybe a cheeky look at the pair of them. That's not going to happen. They're staying side by side, but Dewan's going to get through. Bortoletto's off the corner, a bit compromised, and we're going to take the inside of the second chicane, and we move up into P14. So that was a move well done there, and Bortoletto not able to do anything to defend as we're pushing hard using all of the circuit and just a little bit more. We have got a yellow flag directly in front of us. I wonder what that's for as we head up the hill towards the chicane. We'll see now, because there's a McLaren off the circuit. Looking at the dot, there's a McLaren. It's Lando Norris. Why is Lando Norris off? What has happened to him? I'm not complaining, because it means a further position we've gained. There is Lando Norris. His engine, I would have thought too young to smoke, but going up in flames. And that is Lando out of the race. Back with us now, we've got Dewan trying to shape up a move on Esteban Ocon as we head out of the final corner onto the straight again. And in fact, both of them pitting, so neither shaping up for a move. And we've got a bit of DRS from the pair of them, so thanks for that, guys. That helps our momentum. We're going to run long on this hard tyre. And when I say long, I mean lap 13, because that's probably about as far as it's going to go with our tyre wear. That's what we've done. We're going to do hard, medium, medium to the end. So there's our first set of mediums going on now. And we're out in a nice stop time of 2.5. And we're now just trundling along this slow pit lane. We come out just behind Oliver Behrman. So we've got to get past him. I don't know whether he's pitted or he's running long and trying a one-stop. We've got Bortoletto right behind us. So Bortoletto pitted early and nearly got an undercut on us. So that would not have been ideal in the slightest. But let's try and catch the Haas of Behrman which we have done. Ocon's got a few seconds up the road now, thanks to his undercut. And now it's just a case of waiting for that DRS zone to get past Behrman. Overtaking at Imola is very, very difficult, but we're going to find a way here. And look at that, that's not even a contest. That's not even a contest. That's candy from a baby. That makes Behrman look like he was standing still there. But we've gained the position, and now I'm going to chase after Esteban Ocon, because it's important, because Haas, as you will find out in the next instalment, have become our rivals. So we need to beat both the Haas cars whenever and wherever we can. Whenever we need to beat Haas together. Hello Ocon, I've got DRS, so please get out of my way. I mean, that's not even the correct melody, but we're now getting past Esteban Ocon and moving into P11. Now we're knocking on the door of points. The pace round here, particularly on these medium tyres, is feeling particularly strong. So I really think that we have a good chance of points here as we take a little bit of the corner. And that's Charles Leclerc slowing down. He was leading this race and leading quite comfortably, but the Ferrari letting him down. And the sound you can hear is Tifosi hearts breaking in the grandstands. But again, we move up a place, and now we are into the points. Is this finally going to be the race that we break Zane Maloney's duck and he gets his first points of this My Team career mode? Still a way to go yet, but we have caught Nico Hulkenberg. Well, that's not gonna work. I don't know why I tried that one. Oh, we nearly lost our front wing in the process. That was ambition ahead of adhesion, or as Martin Brundle would say, a day late and $1 short. But we're staying with Nico Hulkenberg and Esteban Ocon since that little error. Just waiting in the wings behind me here, looking and hoping for a way through. But we're more focused on the Sauber in front as we line up to overtake Hulkenberg. Down the straight we go. We've got very little battery at our disposal, but the one thing I do have is DRS, and we are gaining on Hulkenberg. We're trying to find space, and we're nearly losing it as we do it. Going a bit deep into one, but Hulkenberg's not exactly online himself. We're now round the outside, going side by side and wheel to wheel with Nico Hulkenberg, and sweeping round there to take P9 and double our points take if we finish where we currently are at this moment. And that would be great. That would be really great to not only get Zane Maloney off of 0 points, but to get 2 of them as well. Wouldn't that be something? Right, I made a mistake with the strategy because I thought we were going hard, medium, medium. No, we're going hard, medium, hard. And we're on hards to the end now, so I do apologise for making that error. And we're now catching Jack Doohan for P11. I tell you what, Alex Albon looks prime for the taking as well, doesn't he? And we are round about the same pace. So I just wonder if maybe we put a little more into it. Is he going to be catchable by the end of the race? And we are gaining. And Fernando Alonso's right there as well. So potentially more points on offer. Kimi Antonelli in front of us now. He's on old tyres. They're not going to make the end. I can tell you that for free now. Antonelli really struggling at this stage. So I don't know if it is just tyres or whether there's a problem with the Mercedes. But we should be able to get past him relatively stress-free. Here we go. This is on Antonelli. Yeah, he's a sitting duck. So gotta be issues with that Mercedes there, as Alonso and Albon now battle each other, and that's bringing us ever closer. Are these two going to be takeable? Can we grab P8, maybe even P7? What a result that would be. From the back to P7. I would be over the moon with that. Right, Albon has now passed Alonso, and I'm looking at finding a way to do the same. Alonso not sure where he was covering, but it didn't matter. We now move into P8. Can we apply some pressure to Alex Albon? And I would even get cheeky and say is Carlos Sainz catchable, but that would be way too tall an order. I don't even think we'd have the pace to do that. But I'm currently trying to stay within DRS range of Albon, and you know what? We have done it. We have done that. And now we're heading round the final couple of corners. Can we take Alex Albon right here and now and move up into P7? And again, what a result that would be. We're in the slipstream. We're using overtake. We've got the DRS and we've got the position. Up into P7 we go. And this is going to be a very strong result. No lucky safety cars. No lucky red flags helping us out like we had in Bahrain. Just a solid drive from the back to get some solid points. Obviously helped by the retirements of Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. But even without those, that still would have been P9. But it's going to be P7 and 6 points. Albon is a couple of seconds behind, so he's not going to be any threat to us. Max Verstappen has already won. Now it's just a case of gently coaching it round this final lap into the chicane for the last time. We really struggled in qualifying to hook it up for a single lap. But as the race transpired, the pace was there. The car felt good. And as we head round the two left-handers now, it's going to be a dream result after a nightmare qualifying. It's P7 and we finally get Zayn Maloney's first points at the 7th time of asking.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. And for those that have missed the Dutch national anthem, fear not. It's back again because Max Verstappen is back on the top step. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Verstappen dominating that race once Leclerc retired. Hamilton gets second, so a little consolation for the Ferrari that they got Hamilton on the podium. Russell third, Tsunoda fourth, Piastri fifth, Sainz sixth, Maloney seventh, Albon eighth, Ocon and Alonso ninth and 10th. But to start 21st and come back 7th, that is something I will take all day long, and a very nice handful of points. So, taking some good points away from Imola, that is all I could have asked for here. And as we go to the championship standings, Tim Tramnitz now starting to drop down a little bit. Verstappen extending his lead after the failure of Lando Norris. So Verstappen just reminding everyone to forget about a chance of going for the championship. Norris second, Tsunoda's moved up to third, Piastri and Leclerc fourth and fifth, Russell, Hamilton, Alonso, Gasly and Sainz completing the top 10. And there we are in P16, finally with 6 points, meaning that only Bortoletto and the two Racing Bulls are yet to score yet, and we still sit in 8th in the Constructors. Well, thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget, as always, to leave a like and hit subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I have been Joe, TTFN. Ta-ta for now, take care, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.